So which version of Dragon Ball Z should you be picking up? What's up everybody, ForneverWorld here today, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on which version, which release of Dragon Ball Z, whether it be DVD, Blu-ray, etc., is the best version that you should pick up and watch and enjoy. And I'm going to give you the history of the Dragon Ball Z DVD releases. Alright, it started off with edited dub DVD singles, which were basically very edited with missing footage. It was just, not the way to watch the show. Then they released bilingual DVD singles, and it was either missing openings, it was incorrect openings, or the endings, or the previews and such like that. So again, it was kind of a more sloppy release, and it still wasn't quite up there. Then eventually around 2005, Funimation started releasing the Ultimate Uncut Editions, and everyone was excited. Everyone was like, finally we're going to get the definitive release of Dragon Ball Z. And they even redubbed some of the episodes, I believe the first 50, but after a while they just completely stopped releasing them, and soon after announced the Orange Brick box sets. The Orange Brick season sets, box sets, were basically gonna supposedly, show the whole show in its entirety in 9 separate releases. But the thing is, which made the fan outroar and go crazy, was that they put them in widescreen, and what they did was they chopped off the top and the bottom of the picture, and a lot of times it would look a little weird, or stuff like that. And they also did a lot of color corrections and made the colors brighter. A lot of times it would take off lines of animation, and a lot of people just didn't like that. Some people like myself thought it was an okay release, but some people just thought it was horrible, and they did sell well though, so Funimation continued onward. Then afterwards, once they were done releasing those, they announced Dragon Ball Z Dragon Boxes. And that was just, one of the greatest times for a lot of fans. But the thing with the Dragon Boxes, that it was more so dedicated to the hardcore fans that really love the Japanese version of the show. I mean, even when you pop in a disc from the Dragon Box, it starts off with the Japanese language and the Japanese music, and there's no dub track on there as far as music goes. You have the dub audio, English audio, but there's no English music. So that was kind of more geared towards the Japanese fans. The hardcore ones came with a nice book and everything, and it was just, a pretty great release, but it still kind of left a piece of the fandom out in the cold, the ones that wanted that English music. So in my opinion, I believe this is the definitive release of Dragon Ball Z. This right here has everything that you would need. First of all, it has the correct colors. It was remastered frame by frame, not like with the Orange Bricks, how they said they did that, but they just passed it through a machine. This was remastered frame by frame in 1080p, so it looks amazing on your TV. It still has all the grain, but the grain keeps the lines of animation and the detail in. So you need the grain in order to have that crisp look on the screen, and it kind of gives it this rough edge look. It makes Dragon Ball Z what it is, and it's really a manly, testosterone built type of show. So in my opinion, it just caters to every piece of the fandom, as far as between the English lovers and the Japanese lovers. It got the English audio, it has the English music, it has the Japanese audio, the Japanese music, and it's just like, I couldn't ask for anything more as far as like what a Dragon Ball Z release should be. You have the Dragon Box, but the Dragon Box is more dedicated towards the Japanese fans. It's mostly for the Japanese fans, the fans of the Japanese version of the show. Also, Kai was released, and for another video I'll go in more in depth with the thoughts of Kai versus the original. But Kai, it's not completely Dragon Ball Z. There are people that want to see all 291 episodes. They want to see the Majin Buu saga, etc. And Kai doesn't deliver that. Kai does have great quality picture and such, but it's just not Dragon Ball Z. It's great on its own. Don't get me wrong, it's a great form and a great addition to the legacy of Dragon Ball Z, but at the end of the day, it is Dragon Ball Z Kai. It is almost a different take on it. So overall, I definitely say that this is the greatest release Funimation has put out to date of Dragon Ball Z, and if you are looking to pick up Dragon Ball Z, you have not purchased it on DVD or Blu-ray yet, I highly recommend that this is the one you get. It, caters to every which way of the fandom. Anything you would want from a Dragon Ball Z release, as far as picture quality, etc. It's full screen, 4:3, not the 16:9 chopped up. Everything is just perfect with this release. You couldn't ask for anything more from Funimation with this release. If you have the Dragon Box and you want to keep them as an archive edition, you don't really want to touch them or ruin them, you get this, because this delivers almost the same quality as the Dragon Box with everything for every piece of the fandom. So I highly recommend picking this one up. It's really awesome. Thumbs up if you have or you plan on picking up Dragon Ball Z box sets or whatever, because it's Dragon Ball Z. It's one of the most amazing animes of all time. built the foundation for a lot of these great animes and mangas to come out today. It really set the tone of what anime and manga should be. And you know, with this release right here, Funimation definitely outdid themselves. They worked hard and they delivered a great product that I say is the best release in North America of Dragon Ball Z. But that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you have any version of the show, it doesn't mean that your version is particularly bad, but I believe that the Blu-ray release of Dragon Ball Z is definitely the highest and best quality you can get out there to date. But I'm ForneverWorld, and have an awesome day, people.